Big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hands.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can SEE, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like I put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here comes the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folgers, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face Nazi. Talking all Aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Bigger, better, petty, don't matter. Far as the teller-tatter, I pray to God they rattle-tatter. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Steal. Check, steal. Hey, green.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Black Ultra.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They run it again with Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Here we go with Williams. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well, this defense for the Giants, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of...
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Striker, 3-3.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, computer.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. The Broncos had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants 16. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. They're going to look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Here we go.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And this is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are back within a score. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage? Right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, he had 49,325, and now you're looking at a man that is very close to 50,000. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Strike! Check strike!
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Strike! Right! Blue striker!
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Down!
Off the RPO, he completes it. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 50 yards.
And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go now.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. He'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. A solid stiff arm.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. The 40, the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Back to throw again. He's got it. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 3 yards out.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert O. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They go back to the ground with Williams.
He was brought down by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They run. It's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
The point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line.
Here we go, Saints.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Randy Gregory from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. He'll take it at the 42. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
To about the 26 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. 177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of cover.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And the ball is knocked out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, You both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Broncos, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-4.
Your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now, flex. While you there looking depressed, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your dress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place.